We live. Hi. I'm out to lunch with the lovely Anna, and we're here at La Gondola, Beverly Hills, and we're gonna have lunch. Order a bunch of delicious things. We're at Nira's restaurant.
Hello.
Here. They actually catered my wedding.
That's so
So
cute.
I love everything on the menu.
Amazing.
We definitely like to play, make special modifications, and we're starting obviously with water first. I got an unsweetened iced tea as well. Iced coffee. I saw that the special for appetizer was like a shredded beef taco and a crispy shell. You always want to, the second you hear crispy, you want to say no.
You can actually put it in
a lettuce cup?
Lettuce cup, which we do, or
Lettuce
if you use, of course.
Lettuce cup. The shredded beef in lettuce cups.
Perfect. We'll get that going for you, and then we'll.
Some protein, some veggies, some water.
Really good.
Yeah.
Any modifications, you let me know.
And I think we gotta get shishito peppers.
You got it.
We gotta veggie it up. We gotta make it veggie
Let's take
meal.
your new eggplant appetizer that we're doing. It's also all roasted eggplant, no fat.
Roasted
no oil.
eggplant, no fat, no oil, and shishito peppers. We get it really light and mild.
Actually, we'll deep dry it.
Yes! Nice! Score.
All right, let me get that
Best.
one for you.
Thank you.
A few minutes.
Lots of veggies, lots of protein coming our way. And just so everyone knows, Anna, the beautiful Anna Narishkin, who's a serious powerhouse in the fashion world, like the heart, soul numbers behind the dash doors, is also dating Kevin, my podcast co-host.
Yeah. So hear all the tips from the podcast and like all this
Not
fun
like you
stuff.
need them.
No, but it's good though. Like I just feel better when I eat healthy, so it's a good thing to know. It's just like really nice, and also just Kevin needs it. Like Kevin needs your guidance because otherwise we'll be having like fried chicken all the time. I don't know.
All the time.
All the
I feel like
time.
that's all you would be eating.
Shake Shack.
So many people, I think, out there think that eating salads is a mean of I'm on a weight loss plan versus if you just take the approach of like they're delicious, they can be great, they're filling, they're satisfying, they're pretty, they have so many textures.
Yep.
They can be filling. You start to enjoy it, and then you start to realize being in a habit of liking salads is a really good lifelong habit, and not seeing it as a weight loss thing, but just as a thing to do. And that was actually eye-opening when I started changing my mindset.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we got the lettuce cups, because having something like a crispy taco and shredded beef in the middle of the day, you feel like you need to take a long nap.
For sure.
You just feel like you need to take a
100%.
long nap. But if you veggie things up and you lighten things up here and there, you have good energy.
They're vegan friendly, and actually, I want to say really light on oil.
I love a good minestrone. You always want your first bite to be a veggie. At every single meal, whenever you can, if your first bite is veggie, you are more likely to go back for more vegetables. So that first bite is important. So I thank you, Nir, for not bringing bread to the table. You never need that, especially if you're going into a meal where you're going to eat. If you feel like you're so hungry when you get to the restaurant, fill up on water first. Order a broth-based soup, but lots of vegetables.
Really good, right?
Really
So what if we were drinking at lunch? Like what would you suggest? Like if we were having cocktails?
Last night I had a delicious cocktail. Last night I went to Jericho's house, McMatthews, the trainer, and I had some vodka.
Okay.
And I mixed it with a 0-calorie sparkling soda.
Okay.
It's delicious. Wine makes me really tired.
Me too.
Red makes me more tired.
Okay.
I prefer white. What do you
Okay.
prefer?
I like both. I just don't like anything sweet. I'll do super dry white.
Super dry.
Or really dry red. Either.
Yeah, I love super dry white. Should we get some super dry white?
Yeah, let's do it.
I like super dry white. I just heard that there are some wines in America where there is literally donuts worth of sugar.
That's what I
throughout
would
the wine.
imagine. Because sometimes I drink wine and after one glass, I have a headache not because of the alcohol, I don't think, but because of the sugar.
Oh my gosh, 100%. And that's what causes the hangovers. And with wine, they ferment the grapes.
Right.
And then they usually also cut it with grape juice.
Oh.
I know. Let's ask for their driest white. And that's what I do. I'll ask for their driest white.
Yeah, I can't do as much red wine. I can do a glass of red wine, whereas white wine, you never know.
Just bring it. Can we have 2 glasses of white wine, but dry?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc, but dry. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's what really complements food, I find. Versus if it's sweet, it takes away from
No,
food.
it's gross. But we'll do a taste test. We'll see.
Nice little taste. We'll have to determine. I love that you hold wine glasses like this.
Yeah, right?
You consciously do it. It's good. Pour away.
Does it taste dry to you?
I could go drier,
Okay.
but it's not
Thank you.
sweet, thankfully.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, this is way more fun.
It's dry. I could go drier also. Yeah.
We have to tour a winery. It does.
Yeah. We should. That's our next one, a winery.
Okay, done. Cheers to. We can make this a whole series,
Right.
and then we can just keep touring. It's good though.
It's really good.
It goes down nice and easy. Maybe too easy.
We drove here, so we have to.
We'll pace ourselves.
Right.
And always just keep drinking water while drinking alcohol. That also helps to like give you a nice steady buzz. Nothing like too atrocious.
Good to know. We don't want that to happen.
Atrocious. It's a good word, atrocious.
It is.
Avoid all
Very
things atrocious.
You never want to be atrocious.
Life hack.
Right.
This is looking
amazing.
good.
So good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy we asked for that in a lettuce and
This
not
looks so
crisp.
much better than like in a crispy thing. Like this is
100%.
You have apricots and we have pecans.
So
that's-
beautiful.
There's no oil. Besides the truffle oil and the balsamic reduction, it's pretty much just to be marinated and grilled in.
Lean shishito peppers. So when you get shishito
Dry
peppers,
heat, we basically
dry
put
heat.
them in a hot frying pan and we just put the soy sauce and sesame seeds. That's it. It cooks. It takes a little bit longer.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth
It is so worth it. Sometimes you get shishito peppers and they're just swimming in grease. No one should go to a restaurant thinking, especially if you have good company, you should never be obsessed with instant gratification. Like everything good quality is always worth the wait. And by the way, that is why I think it's great like to come to a lunch at around 11:30, not 2:30. You know, when you can handle your appetite and you're not feeling so rushed. I love to go to a dinner 6:30.
I love a good early
8:30.
dinner.
Oh, 8:30
So good.
dinners make me so annoyed because then I want to eat at 5. Yeah, exactly. So eat like a grandma.
Right.
You know, don't be afraid to eat earlier. Communicate with our waiter because, by the way, when you communicate with your waiter, you make awesome.
Magic will happen.
You make awesome substitution. And what's this cute little dollop?
This is a spicy salsa and that's an avocado salsa.
So good.
And what's this?
That's the red salsa. It has a little kick to it.
Ooh, I like a little kick.
This is so good.
Okay, Anna's eating it with a fork, so
Oh no, go for it.
I'm gonna.
She's eating it wrong.
She's eating it wrong. No, you know what? I love Anna's etiquette.
Thank you. It's so good, right?
Eggplant is literally one of my favorite vegetables.
Okay, so this is eggplant tahini. Tahina.
Yeah, tahini on top, dried fruit, like apricots, raisins. Ooh, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna eat it the way it's intended. There's a little tomato on top.
Is it good?
So good. Eggplant is so meaty. It's great, like sliced thin like this as a layering piece. It's great. You can use it in lasagna. I mean, I think it's one of the best weight loss veggies ever. Like you can eat a ton of eggplant and see amazing weight loss results. It's such a low calorie veggie. It's packed with water. It's packed with great nutrition, so much fiber. Also in the purple skin, you have all those antioxidants that you're also usually attributing to fruit.
I didn't realize that eggplant was so good for you because it feels almost starchy in a way. So it feels like it's not supposed to be good for you.
Oh, it's not a starchy vegetable at all. I literally love shishito peppers, and these I eat with my fingers. Is that
Yeah, no, we should do that.
we should eat
We
them.
should do that, yeah. So good.
That's part of the experience, I feel like.
Yeah, you have to.
It's a total veggie, which is like very rare to find a veggie that's a pure, an appetizer that's a pure veggie. It's not easy. Shishito peppers are one of those like amazing appetizers that are like really a vegetable that's not a salad or a vegetable soup.
I never think about these things.
I know.
I'm so happy to be here with you.
Knowledge is power. And, you know, nutrition knowledge, I just think is such fun knowledge because it is applicable to every single person because every single person on earth has to eat. And also, you're not only eating vegetables just for like the microvitamins and minerals, you're also eating it for the water it contains, the fiber, the filling nature of it. The more veggies, always the better.
I'm going to tell Kevin this.
Yeah. Kevin should be hearing all of this.
Kevin, Anna's boyfriend, one of my best friends from high school, my podcast host, has so many issues with nutrition myths that it literally impairs him from eating well. Like he thinks if you microwave a vegetable, you might as well not eat it, and then goes on to eat. What does he eat? How much pizza did he eat last night?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to get in trouble.
After he was Googling the place for over an hour, I'm sure, and I bet he had at least 2 slices of pizza. It wouldn't have been better to have 2 slices of pizza than it would have been to have a long cooked shishito pepper.
And I think he told you he ordered a salad for the first time like a couple months ago. And he was like, Alana's gonna be so happy. And I was like, make sure you tell Alana when you go over there.
And he rocked it. He actually lost weight that month on my diet plan. I hope he joins our next one, starting September 9th.
He was so motivated by that. Like, he was like, and I have to get the weight. Like, I'm not gonna eat this. I'm not gonna eat that. He was super motivated. That
An
was
outer
such a
sense
good
of accountability helps. Should we order more or are we good?
I'm kind of okay, but if you want to
Kind
order
of okay.
more, should we order more just to taste it?
Yeah,
I think we should order
Yeah.
more to taste it. Yeah, let's order more. This is the most delicious thing ever.
I'm super excited.
It's so good.
It's like jerky almost.
Yeah, it's their candied bacon. I'm gonna have some salmon. And then they gave so many great dressings. Can I show you my trick?
Yeah.
Which dressing do you think you're gonna like the most?
One of these two. I'm not into like sweet.
Yeah. This looks like just sweet.
If I were like here and I was like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm doing the healthiest, it would be this one, right?
Actually, as much as it's balsamic vinegar, it still looks like there's some thickener in it.
Right.
Like it's not a liquidy balsamic vinegar, but I love balsamic vinaigrette, so we can go with this one. So my favorite tip is to dilute it a little bit with some water. So I just take a quick little spoon, I just add it in. You cannot even tell in the taste, but it helps spread it a little bit more evenly. Do you mind if I pour it on
No,
top?
go ahead.
Because, you know, it is delicious when the salad is like tossed or whatever, and I think dressing makes salads more delicious, but when you dilute it, a little bit goes a longer way. Like, look how much more spreadable it is now.
And you always get the dressing on the side?
I always get on the side so I can do this. Because even if you end up using the whole cup, which is fine, like if you use the whole cup, it's still gonna be way less than if they tossed it in the back. If they tossed it in the back, they're going like this. And it's like 9 of these. So I don't mind having a whole one of these at all, especially when you dilute it. It usually like pulls to the bottom anyway, like you don't use the whole thing. Within the Tubing Mindset, my weight loss program, this is like one of those tips that everyone was just like, boom. Like they
My mind is
never-
blown right now.
Yeah. My diluting trick, I created it in high school. I remember Weight Watchers always had this trick that you do like this dipping technique where you go to a restaurant and you go like dip in the dressing and then dip in the salad. And for me, that just looks clownish. Everyone else at the table is gonna notice, comment, and I'm not into that. But if you do just a little discreet thing, you pour, no one at the table would ever know.
But I never thought about the fact that they must use so much more dressing when they toss it for you in the back. Like,
Oh, totally.
right.
It's so good. The candied bacon for me is like the yummy, decadent dessert, like meal ender, make me feel like I got it all and there's no regrets. Yeah.
Let's say you go to your mother-in-law's house and you usually eat the meatloaf, but this time you're like, I don't want to, but you don't want to be offensive.
The goal is to have people around you that aren't food pushers. So if you say something kindly like, no thanks, I'm good, you want someone to say, okay, cool, like, do you want to go swimming or is there something else I can get you or whatever? And you can just say, no, but it all looks lovely, like you did a beautiful job. Tell me about your chandelier. Like, that's the kind of company you want, like, or not like obsessed with getting you to eat everything. Try my best to change the subject. Sometimes be like, I'm really full and satisfied. You need to actually use the bathroom. Like,
Conversation starters. We'll have some little note cards.
yeah,
Like, okay.
conversation starters. I think it's usually coming from a place of, I worked really hard on this. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel satisfied. I just want to make sure that my company is having a good time. So I think one of the best tips is just really reassure your host you're happy. And I think that actually makes me love some people more. Like when I go out with a friend who we weren't even looking at each other's plates the whole time. We were just talking about work, life, relationships, like everything else we've been talking about in between courses. I want to hang out with that person more.
This is the dessert.
This is a dessert. It's sweet. Yeah, I'm done. I think people just lose sight of eating for their own bodies and more for just what everyone is telling them. So I hope you guys take everything I say as a means of, I'm just throwing advice out there. I mention things I do or that I think are helpful, but at the end of the day, you're always going to know your body more than I'm going to know your body. And should.
Right.
Let's do this again.
I'm gonna do water.
Send hearts.
Yeah, I'm gonna
If
do water.
you if you want Anna and I to do this again. Sushi?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm always down for sushi. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.